Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Here's Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Robinson on the inside give. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 48. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
14 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now Penix off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
It's now 2nd
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Trying again, following the sack. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd down, it's Penix. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off off the mark. So fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on third down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, getting it for the first time. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A run, it's Krosky-Merritt. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And the Commanders will have a first.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. It became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
First down, and they go right back to it. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Daniels gonna keep it. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
1st and goal, Washington.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Krosky-Merritt will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Daniels setting up the play action. Completed left side to Samuel. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
This is 3rd and goal. They're backed up to the 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Washington.
Here's Agnew on the return. Jukes one defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Penix working from the gun. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Penix looking to pass. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, look at this, here he goes. It's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Commanders.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Play fake here. Daniels. He goes right back to Samuel. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They run. It's Krosky Merritt. This is ahead for about 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the 23. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has a man, it's Ertz. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They motion the slot man right. A run now with Krosky Merritt. He loses the football. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders get 6 more on their early advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Commanders 14, Falcons 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Juke the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Penix now on first down. That's caught. He found some space. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Falcons. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 47. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Falcons.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Here's second and 11. He's going to tuck it and run. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Falcons.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack.
My man.
Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Up and good from Romo. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Hey, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, with that lead, cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It's Cox. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Krosky-Merritt. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 14-6 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. To throw, Daniels. Now here he goes again. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that 1st.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Washington.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action now, Daniels. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates into picking off. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of them. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They've got 1st down from the 31. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Penix here from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the shotgun, Penix. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down. He sent it out wide to Samuel. He gets forward for about 3 yards, so taking advantage of the earlier penalty. We've got 2nd and 2 now.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Here's Krosky-Merritt on the carry. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Motion man left is Brown. 3rd and short, Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end is.
He finds Brown right side. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. In on the tackle, the first rounder out of Georgia, Jalen Walker.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Daniel's going to keep it. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Setting him on the dive. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders lead by 14. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
Commanders 21, Falcons 6.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
Here's Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Penix. He's going to keep it this time. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
And for the Commanders, a fifth defensive back out there. They're going nickel on third down. Penix working from the gun. Pass complete to Robinson. Takes out a one-stop. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. A give here to Algier. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air with Penix. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons trim the lead down to 9. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking 1st down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
John Parker Romo out to try the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons getting back to within 1 score.
The score, Commanders 21, Falcons 13.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18 on the play. And the Commanders' 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Back-to-back carries here. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Falcons getting close, and they take him down. fourth down now after that sack.
Man-to-man coverage, it does not have to last forever. It just needs to last long enough for one of those rushers to reach the quarterback. Cover guys did their jobs, and so did he in dropping the quarterback.
Commanders punting on fourth down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, start the drive. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Penix now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Daniels from the pistol. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They get 28 out of that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the pistol. Krosky-Merritt. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Roski Merritt. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Commanders lead by 14. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders lead by 15 now.
Commanders 28, Falcons 13.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Penix out 1st down. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Oh, he got free. To him again. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Penix now. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Penix looking to pass. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
brings
Hey,
up
you like
second
these
and
results on
1.
first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Penix here from the gun. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons could make it a one-score game as they cut it to 9 before half. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Romo on to try the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons get it back to within one score.
Commanders 28, Falcons 20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Daniels now on 1st down. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. 2nd down and 10. Daniels. Drop pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. With 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Tressway on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Spins out of one stop. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Commanders, running back to Corey Krosky-Merritt, headed back to the field now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A run, it's Krosky-Merritt. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Catching on the crossing route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They strike for 23 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Dumped off to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Robinson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by the future Hall of Famer. More All-Pro nods than any active defender. It's Bobby Wagner.
It's second and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying with Robinson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He's got time here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Krosky Merritt on his own read. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They run, it's Krosky Merritt. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Steps up, and he's running with it. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Washington.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
A run now with Krosky Merritt. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
All right, here we go. Second down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Okay, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Daniels throwing on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
No question, this guy is a student of the game. He's putting in the study hours, researching any weakness in these linemen and taking advantage of it. Once we hit game day right here, Kate, the students become the teacher. And what a lesson he's performing.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Penix working from the gun. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, it's Penix. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 45 on 2nd down. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. To the air with Penix. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tight end going in motion here. Now to give to Bijan. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
scrimmage.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Another carry for Robinson. They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up 4th down.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
He'll throw it. That one's caught by Mooney. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up for the 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Design bootleg here. On him quick, and they bring him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
After the sack, they're left 3rd and goal now from the 13. Penix now. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Drake London with the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Raheem Morris keeping his offense out there. They're going for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
A tight end give right up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Gotta go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Commanders and running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt headed back to the field now. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels setting up the play action. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Another try following the sack. Complete left side to Robinson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Penix here from the gun. He lofts it deep left. Gets this one to London. Touchdown Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Romo on to try the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 28.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, this is McCaffrey. The Commanders set to take over. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Krosky Merritt on the carry. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Pocket is going to hold it up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He takes this in on his side of midfield. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now we're on with Robinson. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap. We'll get to Robinson. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Penix on the sneak. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the game. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Slot man in motion right. Algier again. And he does not get in. They stop him at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here is Algier. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Oh, I love that QB draw down here. Risk, reward, and you know it as a quarterback. The minute you drop back and sell pass, whether you've got a lane to run, and he sure did.
Romo on to try the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Falcons 42. Commanders 28.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He'll step up, and there he goes. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Daniels now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
To Zach Ertz. A gain of 34 yards. 1st down, Washington.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. and especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. To throw, Daniels. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw again, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
McLeod now returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, Penix hits him on the out route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running right is Algier. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Penix now to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They've got first down from the 31. A run, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Commanders.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Rolling on first down, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Daniels is going to throw again. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Mike Hughes.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
They run. It's Krosky Merritt. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, to the point of the game, Kate. Now we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Slot man motioned over. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And you couldn't do it on that one.
So on 4th down, on comes Matt Gay to try the field goal for the Commanders. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Agnew on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Algier gets it on the counter. Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
He tries to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Penix now on 1st down. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here's Algier on 1st down. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They go again with Algier. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That one's caught by Mooney. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. They'll come up 1st and 10. Now give left side to Algier. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Algier with another carry. Has some space inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Carter up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Trying to run with Algier. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
John Romo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Up and good from Romo. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a 1st down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
It's a gain of a yard.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Algier. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons leading by 8.
30-yard attempt.
John Parker Romo now. Let's see how he handles this moment. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good for Romo. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention.
Bradley Pinion
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, this is McCaffrey. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commanders, some running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, headed back to the field now. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Krosky-Merritt on the carry. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. A run now with Krosky-Merritt. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Now he takes it. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Running right side by McLaurin. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here he goes, one final shot. He's got it. And he will not get to the end zone on our final play as the stop was made in time, and we're out of time in this game. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.